What is going on, guys?
Yo,
We
what's up?
are
How's it going?
here. What is this episode? 13? We are on
13,
episode
bro.
13, my dude. What is going on? We got Juice Wayne up top. Kyle,
You're
unfortunately, couldn't make it today. And we are joined by our guest, Slomoh. What's going on,
How's it
guys?
going, guys? Good, good. How are you, man?
Doing all right. Doing all right.
Yeah.
Chilling, living. Um, so
My guy.
we're not gonna pay any attention to the music just randomly cutting out because it just went to my phone for some reason. Cool. That was awesome. That was a great transition and nobody saw anything.
It's like,
Um
fuck it, we're here now.
right.
Hey, man. Oftentimes, people don't realize the mistakes that DJs make. Oftentimes, they're just in the crowd listening to music, and they're like, "Cool, he just did something."
He
You
just
know?
did some. Oh,
You
it's a
know,
new song.
you know who
That's
DJ
funny.
Mandy is?
No.
DJ Mandy?
No.
Yeah, some girl I on
No.
TikTok. She like purposely like does DJ sets and but like does them really bad. She'll just like put like random fire alarms in and like just weird stuff just in the middle of her like songs. It's like so bad on purpose, and people just
Mm.
eating it up. And they're eating it
No.
up.
No.
Eat it up, and then now like they eating it up on TikTok, and then now she like goes to like actual places, like to schools in the Bay Area, and like actually does her sets, but she like legitimately does good. I'm like, that's kind of smart, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
like yes, yeah, she's genius for that.
It's that
So,
is that like
well,
that NPC trend?
yeah, literally,
Yeah.
literally.
I've definitely done gigs and like been thought to myself, man, I fucked up that one transition. And then they'll be like, man, that one transition was so cool. And I'm like,
Like, damn, what do you mean?
the one that I screwed up? What do you like? You screwed it up. I couldn't tell. And I was like, no, I fucked that one up actually. Um,
Crazy.
yeah, man, it's true.
Definitely.
I guess that's different though for you because like
Okay.
you mix so much, right? Like you will hear those little discrepancies, but like people won't do that when they're on the dance floor. Like majority of the time they're intoxicated and stuff. So you're not like they just listen to the beat.
Yeah,
They're not gonna
yeah,
catch on to that little thing. But like of course you as a perfectionist and as like it's your forte, that's your hobby. So you're gonna know.
yeah.
Definitely.
I made a huge blunder this year when I was doing like a set where I like played a song at half speed on accident and didn't realize until like 2 minutes into the song, and I
Wow.
sped the song back up to get it back to normal. But I was like looking in the crowd and people were like dancing slow motion to the song that I was playing slow, and I was like, okay, I guess this is what they're expecting it to be. This is totally not what I meant to do. But yeah, it happens.
Damn.
I mean,
That
it's that
hurts.
you must have made like a TikTok song or something because yeah, those TikTok sounds nowadays is just sounds like a bunch of pots and pans banging and people running fast and I'm like, yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway,
sorry.
um
I digress.
no, it's all good. I was just thinking about how I should start doing DJing again earlier this week.
Please look. Listen, can
Yeah,
we?
I would love to learn, dude. I would love to learn. We should do like a teaching a like a DJ set workshop or something.
Yeah, yeah. I'd
That'd be
I- I'd
sick,
I'd love to teach it.
dude.
Do see now? J Dogging used to DJ at one point. In fact, he's the reason why I even started DJing.
I love house music, bro.
So
I love techno. Like, oh
yeah,
man,
man,
I got to
it's
be
the
at the
life,
boiler room one
bro.
day. I got to go to AU.
Boiler room,
I want to
fuck
go to
yeah.
boiler room so bad, so
Those
bad.
bro, it looks so sweaty in
Just,
that
just,
fucking place. It's
just
called boiler room for a reason, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
just any of those like just European freaking EDM and
Yes. Printworks,
what
boiler
all
room.
that
I'd
stuff.
love to do all
Yeah,
that shit, bro.
man, they just get
Yeah,
down
that'd be a
different over
dream.
there.
They really do.
It's their water supply. I don't know what they got over there, but or whatever other supply they got. But yeah,
Anyway, you guys know who we are. We're gonna let Slomo introduce himself. What's going on, my dude?
so my name is Mo. Slomoh is my I guess my name when I play Call of Duty competitively. I played Call of Duty for the Collegiate Call of Duty League as well. So I love COD. I'm here. I've known Juice Wayne since it's been like I've known him for about like 3-4 years. Through
hmm hmm
MW19, through an org. I'm a computer science major. I go to school. I'm gonna graduate here in a year. I work, game, just like the rest of y'all, honestly. So you know,
Yeah,
just trying to make it
that's
though.
what we
So
do.
let's just focus, focus, focus.
So give
Hell
us
yeah.
like an overview of your Call of Duty timeline, starting with World War
Um,
Four.
so first COD was Modern Warfare, just playing pubs. Then after that, COD 4, like just played pubs until Black Ops 2. Then once Black Ops 2 rolled around, I started playing game battles with my IRLs. Like during that time, Opti Gaming was like blowing up. Their YouTube, they were like it was Nate Shot, Scump, their vlogs, their day in the life. So like I was we're talking what 2012, right? So I was like 11, 12. Just watching MLG TV, watching the events on my phone, and just that was literally my whole world. And I feel like that's also my IRL's whole world. Like we went to middle school with a lot of other people during that time, and then they really shaped, like shifted and shaped a lot of like people's,
Yeah.
like a lot of people's lives. Like I'm saying, like they
100%.
actually changed like people's, like the trajectory of people's lives. If I didn't watch them, then I wouldn't be like in love with COD that I am with today. I wouldn't be playing this game like that the way I do today. Like I don't even know what maybe I'll be a doctor, maybe I'll be like who knows, or maybe I'll be homeless. But like it changed people. It's changed people's
Yeah.
lives. So it's definitely
Yeah.
something. It's when you think about it on that type of level. Oh, it's insane. It's insane for
It's very
sure.
true.
Yeah, I
It's
have to
very
like
true.
to take a step back and sit there and be like wow, it really does. Like I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm happy. I love it. It's part of the journey.
Hmm.
So I mean, played Black Ops 2, IRLs, game battles. Uh, then like it was just like during that era from until I would say BO2 to like MW19. It was when challenges became a thing. So up until then, it was just always like game battles, game battles, game battles, and then you had like UMG, and you
Hmm.
had like you had your 2Ks and 5Ks online, and then you had like the CWL. But I was young, so going to those events and things like that. Also, growing up from an immigrant family, I don't know if like I feel like a lot of like first gen immigrant kids could like understand or like relate to, like it can be really hard to like get out and do something different in a country like that your parents also aren't accustomed to, like the followings and the rules and everything like that. So like they're a little scared. They don't want to send you out to a land and stuff. You're like 13, 14, and they don't want you playing the game all day. Like you need to be like for me,
Yeah.
I grew I'm Indian, so like doctor, 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 study, study, study. So like I can't like I wish I could be able to sit there, when I was younger, and just play the whole night, but I'd have to get off and then sneak my way on and get up early and be able to play. And I couldn't play for more than like 4 or 5 hours for a good bit of time. I don't blame them, of course. It's just a part of obviously you don't want to just be a bum just on the game the whole time when you're a kid. You want to make sure you go outside and you
Hmm.
play and you take care of other things, because there is a lot of motherfuckers nowadays that are just on the game that are under 18 that don't do shit. And like
True.
like you will talk to them and you can just tell that there's just a difference of IQ. Like you got to be doing something different than just staying at home, waking up and playing COD, and not like if you don't focus on school, or if you're homeschooled and you're not like focusing on even just being homeschooled or not, like just focusing on school and focusing on other things too while doing the COD is the best way, not just only doing the COD. Because I mean, every other thing in your life is gonna like the levels in your
Bro,
life are just gonna low.
how does life, bro?
How's that?
What do you mean, bro?
Telling.
So, are you currently playing Modern Warfare 2 right now?
No, that game's the worst game ever.
Damn. So, which one are
I
you
mean, like,
playing?
I'll hop on, I'll play it just if there's something to play if I'm bored. But that game is shit. It is so bad. Man, I don't know.
Where,
Mind
So,
yeah, like
boggling.
at what point did you realize like that this ain't it?
For MW, okay, it's kind of weird,
Yeah.
right? Oh, this is gonna be crazy. So MW, so I'm gonna take it back. I'm gonna take it back a little bit so we can understand the story. So
Okay.
I went to Mizzou, and this was during Cold War. I was going to University of Missouri, like Mizzou Tigers, whatever, and they had like a Call of Duty team. And I was like, "Whoa, Call of Duty team for college, right? That's crazy." It wasn't the CCL; it's called the TESPA League. So it's like Activision's collegiate league. So it
Okay.
wasn't like I wouldn't say it's as crazy as CCL, because CCL was blowing up at that time, but TESPA was also the little other league. So Mizzou was in the TESPA. So I was like, all right, there's like 30, 40,000 kids here. Like I can find three people that got to be as good as me or better at Call of Duty, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we tried. Actually, there was already a team. They already had a team and everything. So I went and tried out and like smoked everybody. I was slamming everybody. And they're like, God, this kid's gross. So then I joined the team. I had like three teammates. I think it was like Lucas, Bobby, and Matt. We had fun. It was great. I mean, like having the experience of like playing with collegiate kids, like being able to teach them and everything too. It's like, and they're your friends too. They're not just like your teammates that you don't see in person.
Sure,
Like,
sure,
you,
sure.
you see these guys, so it's like cool to have that type of like camaraderie. Not being the best, it happens. You're gonna lose. You're also playing against schools that like recruit players. They like offer you scholarships and things like that. Wasn't I can't remember the specifics for TESPA if there was like any other teams that really did that, any schools that really did that. I know for CCL it's widespread, I think that's cool. But so playing for the TESPA league was pretty chill in Cold War. I think we lost a few. I think our record was like 5-8 or something. We did pretty fine. Like I was slamming a lot of games too. Like it was like I felt like I was bullying. But when it comes down to like a team based game, a lot of times too, like if anyone's slacking, it's gonna make the other person slack a little bit, and it'll just trickle down.
Mm,
A lot of
yeah,
times
yeah,
that's
yeah,
how
yeah,
it is.
yeah.
That's how it is in Call of Duty because
Yeah.
you're like, dude, why'd you not watch my lane behind me? Like now that you gave that up, like now I'm getting shot in the back, and it's just like it's just gonna trickle down. You have to stay locked in the entire time. That
You
awareness.
really
It's
do. You really
it's
do.
not it's not about individual play at all. I can pop a 4-piece, but who else is gonna hop on the hill then? Like who's gonna So it's things like
Yeah.
that. So I was playing Cold War like that. I just got in league play, and then I saw like these two dudes, and they had like SIUE in their clan tag, which is the university I went to my freshman year before I transferred to Mizzou for my sophomore and junior year. So I saw that, and then this was junior year. This was during the pandemic, so I'm at this 40K university, right, with that many people, and this is like pandemic. I can't do anything. I'm just stuck in my apartment the whole time playing, Cold War. And I was like, yeah, this is not it. Like, I'm not gonna stay here the whole time,
This
work,
ain't it.
pay for rent and all this stuff, man, and have to, uh, like stay in the apartment the whole time. I can't even go to the bars. I can't do shit. So I was like, look, these guys got SIUE's got a team too. Like, let me go back home and I can be at home. I'm gonna pay for rent. I'm gonna pay. I'm gonna cook. I don't gotta do nothing. Just drive to school, and then I can try out this COD thing. So I didn't transfer
Okay.
back for COD. I transferred back because of the pandemic and the financial things. But the COD thing, what like SIUE also having a COD team was like a nice, like little cool thing I wanted to try out. So I went and tried out for them, and dude, luckily, I don't even know, but like God's grace, my 3 teammates at SIUE are gross.
Yeah.
I randomly too. I'm not. We didn't recruit them. Nobody asked for anything. We don't even know. Like they just happen to be from Illinois, and they just happen to go to SIUE, and they just happen to be good at Call of Duty. And I just happened to end up back there, and like, oh man, Vanguard year, something special. It was great.
I saw
Team
those. I
sucked.
saw those clips.
Amazing.
I saw those clips
I loved
on
it.
Twitter and shit.
Yeah. So like. Yeah, so like Cold War was like TESPA League, and then I played Challenge a little bit, but I'm just stuck in the cycle. I never took it serious enough. I was never like super serious on Twitter and making connections, and you have to do that type of things to kind of grow so people see your name, because people have egos and like they'll get killed by me, or like you'll die to like somebody. They're like, oh, I'm dying to Slomoh, or like people say shit like that. But it's like any other body else, like, oh my god, Juice Wayne slamming me, like I'm dying to Juice Wayne. Ugh. But every COD kid's like this. I hate that. Like they just can't accept that people can be better than you, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
they won't let you like traverse to like talk to better people and network and stuff unless you connect with them too and make sure like they're okay with like trying to implement that they're better than you and stuff. But the whole time they're not, and they might be too. But like it's just like this whole ego thing that's got to go. And I think that it hurts a lot of people that deserve that deserve good spots that
Yeah.
are also good people, and it sometimes can lift up people that are just like dickheads that really aren't that good. But that's the whole point of like that friendship league thing.
Yeah. I
But
couldn't agree with that more.
back to the like Cold War thing. You just play challengers, played fine. I personally think like every COD I've played, I've been really good, like really fucking good at. I just never really got out the that cycle of like networking to get better teammates and to like go higher too, because I always felt like I had different motivation and like different levels of motivation and things than opposed to my teammates. Like I was always ready to go and like be ready to scrim, ready to practice. I'm there, I'm present. Like I want this. But other teammates are like showing up late, or they're just not outputting the same amount of passion that I am. So then when I
Yeah.
Cool. You found a team in your area. Like,
Though
just
the
so
chances for,
happens.
yeah, for the
Yeah.
CCL, the chances for SIUE just being that good, like, yeah. So I think without me, they had gotten 12th in Cold War, and then Vanguard regular season we went 21-0. We didn't lose like a match,
Dang.
and then um we made the CCL championship land, and then yeah, we got 4th that year. We only lost to literally pros, basically. Like like we lost to Fame. Fame plays for Rocker. I think he's gonna play for the Ravens now. And then
Nice.
Bink and like Silly was there, Silly, Rex, Phantoms. A lot of the top AMs we're talking about T8 kids that are more than well equipped to be in the league. That
Yeah.
just, deserve chances. So which is crazy too, because like you have like this is the collegiate COD league. So you have kids that are drinking beer that are drunk, and then you got motherfuckers that want it. So there's like two separate little like levels, and you don't know which one you're gonna get that day unless like you know what team you're playing, so you're gonna know if you're playing like the gods or you're playing, the kids that just
Sure.
got out of class. But
Sure. Yeah.
yeah.
That's
So,
crazy,
Then
man.
so what did you guys do after that?
after
After your CCL?
what do you mean? It's like you mean like the
And
season, or do you mean
in
like
terms of like, are you guys still playing with each other? Are you guys still in
okay, no,
communication?
so like after Vanguard, we got fourth graduated. Mythic is our sub. So then we had to get somebody else. So we had one player, I'm not gonna say his name, but he was good. He was a great player. And he was a cool guy and everything. And he had like promised us, and he had really solidified the fact that he would be playing with us for the coming year as our new sub or whatever, as our fourth. And then at the beginning of MW2, we scrimmed with him a few times, and then he just had some personal issues, so he had to take a step back, so we couldn't play with him anymore. It kind of sucked though, because I had the opportunity and I had the stock because of getting 4th place back in Vanguard CCL to be able to recruit a good player, but I didn't do that because I was promised that certain player. Then he had to back out a little bit, so we had to grab somebody from our academy roster, which was his name is also Mike Anchor. Great guy, great player too. He helped us around. He helped us like round us out and everything. Saved our asses a little bit too, because we didn't have anybody. So luckily we're able to get Anchor. And then for the MW2 season, it started off a little rough for sure. We just didn't like. It's different when people hate the game. Let's just say that like my teammates did not like the game. Like they didn't play the game, and that's the one thing is like that's why I don't blame them, and I'm not upset with them as to why we got 12th this year and we got second at both lands instead of getting first at both lands. Like we barely lost both lands. Like people gotta assemble the Avengers to beat us, and like we're not even like we don't got it. Like we're just randomly together, and we're barely losing. But we literally hated that game. We didn't put that much time into it, and when we did put time into it, it was not enjoyable. It really wasn't.
Yeah. Damn.
Like
I mean, it can be like that.
So like CCL, and the thing was, and what the shitty part is, like I wanted to take challengers really seriously in MW2. Like I went to my first major in Raleigh, and so I had started off like at the beginning of MW2, like I'm going all in. I'm going to go to all the events. I'm going to try my hardest and everything. And I had a team. I had a really good team, and I don't know if you know this, Wayne, but literally, uh, we had an org, we have a team and everything, and we got the money to buy the team pass, $600.
Yeah.
So we told our teammate that got the money, because he's also the guy that's like that does all the stuff with the org. So he's the one that got sent the money, and we told him like, yo, there's some pictures like November 19th of last year, like buy the team pass now because they're going to sell out. So he said he bought it. He never bought it. And fast forward to 2 days before Raleigh, 2 or 3 days before Raleigh, we have the team builder websites go live, so you can like go in the team builder and you make your roster, say who's going to be there, that you can add a coach if you want to add a coach and things like that. So our team builder website wasn't working for some reason. It just wouldn't let us do anything. So like one of my teammates like added MLG on Twitter. We got like Spin Spencer on it and everything. We're talking about how we bought a pass, and it wasn't working. The team builder wasn't working. We can't like the events in 2-3 days. Like what are we gonna do? And then we were like, hold on, did the other guy really buy the team pass? Because he's just been awfully quiet. And that same day, he tweeted out. He gonna tweet out, is anybody selling a team pass asking for a friend willing to pay upwards to 1,000? But like, it just went. I mean, it went over the other 3 teammates' heads because we didn't think you'd be that's stupid, right? And like that's such a mind-boggling thing to think about. And then me and another teammate sat down and we were like, hold on, are we tripping right now? Like, hold on. We asked him for the receipt. He sent us a receipt of the Cash App of him of like buying it through Cash App. You know how it says like you spend it and it says like the company or whatever. The most photoshopped receipt of Cash App I have ever seen. We saw that, and then we were like, oh my god, no. So and then this is literally like, yeah, 2 days before the event or the weekend before the event, we fly out, right? So like we fly out Thursday. This is Sunday night. It's like 2 in the morning, and like now we got like it was like me and my 2 teammates. We told the other teammate to come in, and then like there was like a hell of other people that came in the court too. I don't know how it spread. I can't remember, but like we had like 12 or 13 people in there, and then we just like we had to like interrogate him. We were like, bro, what's going on? Did you buy the pass or not? Like, we got to leave. We bought our flights. We bought everything, and he said he was gonna buy the pass. That he said that when he said he bought the pass, he was gonna buy it, and then when he bought it, they were sold out. When he was going to go buy it, they were sold out. So and he didn't want to say that they were sold out to us because he was scared that if he told us that he couldn't buy the pass with the money, that we were gonna drop him or something, which like we weren't gonna do. But so he was like scared that like if he didn't buy the pass, that we would have dropped him and gone to the event with somebody else or something, which wasn't the case. But like I get it. Like I felt bad I wasn't like mad at him. I was just very disappointed because he didn't want to tell us he didn't buy the pass because he felt bad because he was supposed to buy the pass. So he tried to make it right and buy a pass later on. But like, bro, why didn't you just buy the pass 3 weeks before when you were giving the $600? Like what? We don't even know what happened to the $600 too. By the way,
that's
like,
the thing.
That's the thing. He paid it. He had no. So like the org owner was pissed and everything. And then we're like, where's the money back? You give me the 600 back. And then the guy was like, I can't give it to you yet. I can't give it to you right now. You have to wait a few weeks for me to get paid to give it back to you. And so we're like, bro, what did you spend it on? Where did it go? 600? So
what
yeah, it was pretty crazy. So literally my first, and oh man, we were gross, bro. We were gross. We were really good. So I was excited to go to my first event with my team. Couldn't do that because I don't have a team pass now. So all 3 of the 4th, he's not going because we hate him, and now everybody hates him or did hate him. But we don't hate him. No, I don't hate him no more. The other 2 teammates hate him, and a lot of other people don't hate him. They just like know he's a scammer and shit. So like he's got like a bad connotation to it. But I'm not mad at the kid. Just a little disappointed. And I don't. It is what it is right now.
Imagine
sucks
dropping the ball like that for 2,400.
And so like,
that's nuts, bro.
3 of us have to go with pickup teams for the first event. We scrimmed that first month like hours. I put so much time. I was final form. I was so happy. I was like playing so good. I was so excited to go and like just show out. And then bam, I have to go with the pickup team. So I went with the pickup team, and then my other teammates went to the pickup team, and I just got like T48. Can't really do much. You only get like 2 days of scrims, and then you're playing against well-seasoned teams. And then like since going to your first major, is very important for like seeding for the rest of the year for points. You do well at that first major, you're set. Like you get 32 or 24 or whatever, like you're gonna have a shitload of points. So like anytime you play cups and you go to the next majors, your seeding's gonna be so much better. So you're not gonna be playing the top teams. You're playing teams you should be better than until you get to the area where you need to be playing top teams. So you should always be getting a better placing. That's this thing about COD is like that cycle is what I'm saying. That's that cycle. You could be really good, but like if your team's just not good enough to get you to that spot, the seeding's just not gonna let you. You're gonna wake up on Saturday and I gotta play LAG Academy for a T128 match. That's my first round. Like I hear people have to do that. That's terrible. Like that sucks. That's
LAG Academy first game. Yeah, fuck off.
Things
bro.
like that is absurd, man. It's absurd. So after Major 1, I think I played a few cups, but it was just chalked after that. It was just too hard to get out of
I feel it.
The cycle. Just that first, like, it just killed my vibe. So I was like, let me just focus on CCL2 because I was excited about having that 4th, which backed out on us. So that's why MW2 is just a shit year. On
this is all.
top of the game being just ass. I don't know how Infinity Ward was able to combine all the bad luck into one, but that's some good
Yeah,
developing.
So what do you? So you played the beta, right? 3. What do
Mhm.
you think so far?
I like it. I liked it. Actually, I got some good dope. Gave me some good dope. I had no dopamine playing MW2. I had to like shoot bots on Vanguard to like get some type of dope or play Cold War. Like the movement felt good. The TTK is great. Game looks fine. Game looks good. Just looks like MW2, right? But the movement's different. The colors, I think the graphics look a little bit better, and the gunplay obviously feels a little bit different. I wouldn't say better. I would say different because the netcode. I think they took the netcode from Treyarch, and Treyarch doesn't really have good netcode. I get joked a lot on Treyarch games as opposed to Infinity Ward games. So
yeah, yeah,
that's one thing for. So, but for the beta, like, dude, I loved it. I had a good time. Like, it's a good game, but is it something? Is it something like new, innovative, and refreshing? Refreshing, yes. New, innovative, no. It's like it's just this. It's just they're giving us the same stuff that we've already had. We've already had like
yeah,
red dots enemy map. We've already had slide canceling. We've already had 150 TTK and stuff. Like these are things that make the game good or playable. So they made the game playable. But in terms of innovating, I don't think we're really in the innovation stage. We're not innovating anything COD nowadays. Like we don't have any new.
yeah.
I think ever
Is
since
that a problem for you, or is that just an
no,
observation?
no. I think they found their little. I think they found their little area as to what they want to do because we're talking about games pre MW19 to MW19. That whole new shift of like the way the engines work, the feeling of Call of Duty with the tac sprint and everything, it just feels completely different. So that's the type of thing they're going for. That feel. Then yeah, they nailed it down. It still feels like COD and it feels smooth. It feels good. But you can't do what MW2 Infinity War did for MW2, which is like I don't know if they're trying to be different. I don't know what they were chasing. If they were trying to be like super milsim realism, like I don't know why they would want that, but they really fumbled the bag doing that, and I don't think they should ever take that same approach of making something like that. I think if
What?
the approach they did for MW19 with the realism, because they were MW19. I remember seeing like hella videos of the animators be like, "Oh my god, we're so excited to show you the new animations and the sounds and the." They were so passionate about MW19, but like the gameplay was good too. Besides the fact that the maps and stuff was like a little big
Yeah,
and stuff. Like I had MW19 was fun, but
sure.
two, I don't know. I don't even know if it was the same studio who made two. Like with IW, it's crazy to me how they did that. It
Yeah,
really is. I don't. I really. It is so bad. The game is so bad.
Mhm.
I'm kind of glad you not only have competitive experience, but you also hate MW2, which brings in a full circle question that has been plaguing us for the last couple episodes is, are they putting too much effort into the BR as opposed to the arena shooter?
No, no. You can have both. I don't. It doesn't even seem like they're putting too much attention in the BR so far. Like for Warzone 2, it's been a shit show. So I think apparently now it's gotten a lot better, and Warzone 3 should be better, right, for MW3. But for this year, I think in general this year is just like an anomaly. Anything with MW2 is like an anomaly. Everything about it is just going to be that bad. They just messed up on all fronts, like multiplayer, uh, BR, campaign, cool, like, but ain't nobody playing campaign besides like the dads and stuff like that really care about it. That play only for COD, only for the campaign. So
Mhm. Which, by the way, the campaign was awesome. If you guys
yeah, no, the
didn't play
story
it,
of
it was pretty cool.
yeah, IW's new task force is fire. Like it.
Yeah, I like it a
That
lot.
I also really like Ghost's campaign. I think they need to have like a Ghost 2 campaign because they ended off Ghost on that cliffhanger of like Rourke looking over him and the guy was like in the little tunnel or something. Like, dude, I gotta have that second story.
Yeah,
I really like that I like that universe too. Ghost is
that's one
underrated.
thing I bring up quite a bit too. Is the 2019 and Modern Warfare 2 campaigns were actually really awesome. Even Vanguard's campaign was really good.
Hmm. Hmm.
But 2019, man, that's like top 3 all time Call of Duty campaigns for me. Like it really had you sucked in, especially when you're like
Oh,
interrogating dude inside the warehouse. I was like,
I
dude,
mean
these
those
guys
missions.
fucking put together a story.
Mhm. Yeah, and they had you play like as a little Syrian girl, and like the Russians were like like that's
Yeah.
crazy, you know, like you have to put the mask on and everything. I feel like I played a few missions of the MW2 campaign, but then there was a glitch or a bug in the beginning of the game where like it just wouldn't let me get past a certain checkpoint, so I just didn't touch it since then.
Mm.
So I actually haven't played all the MW2 campaign. But were there any like good like controversial missions or?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Really?
They kind of tried to do something like no Russian all over again. Kind of releases kind of bring that back. 'Cause, Makarov is
Hmm.
kind of making his comeback.
Oh,
So
he's
they
gonna destroy that plane in that trailer that we saw.
yeah yeah
Yeah.
yeah.
So
But yeah, no, it's gonna be interesting trying to like seeing how where things go this time around.
yeah,
I give him props though. I mean, a
yeah.
lot of there are some missions that really have you like, okay, like I gotta actually zone in right now and focus so I survive. As opposed to the previous Call of Duties where it's just like, all right, you're gonna have 50 soldiers shoot at you at the same time. Figure it out, soldier. Like it's not
Hmm.
like that, It's
Yeah,
it's a lot more gritty, a lot more closer to realism, but still,
yeah.
you know, still a kind of a few steps away.
That's the thing. It's like that's one thing too. It's like people were asking for like no slide cancel, no movement coming to MW2. So part of that also is like people just been like slide cancel is such a cheese movement and having movement so cheesy. So IW just took that and ran with it for MW2 and said no movement.
Mm.
So I mean, like it's like a double-edged sword. Like you kind of asked for it, and then we kind of gave it to you.
Hmm.
But
Yeah, and then they realized they
uh,
didn't want it.
hmm
Well,
It
but
is
then
what it is, man.
at the end of the day too, like they just would not listen to feedback. They don't want to change. Like once they built their game, they did not want to change it, well, at all. And
It's
you
true.
die so fast at that game. Like I look at you and you're dead. Like it's just like crazy. You can shoot at someone, they just look at you and you're dead. I'm like, how'd that happen? No
Yeah.
skill gap in this game. On top of the loud equalization thing that happened too. Hearing people through the whole map. I'm saying like I can hear you pick a bomb off spawn and I'm on defense. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, when it comes to the competitive scene going forward, the one thing I think I always complain about the most, and I would love to see improved, is just maps in general.
Hmm.
So, you started playing Call of Duty in the COD 4 era, so you understand that, the I guess the nostalgia behind 3-lane maps,
Yeah.
right? And I still feel like 3-lane maps is the answer to giving the best competitive experience, but it seems that we're just going further and further away from 3-lane maps every year. So
Yeah.
what's your take? Do you want to go back to the 3-lane maps days, or
Oh.
do you like the way it is now?
Okay, so those maps we played in the beta, right, for MW3, very cool for pubs. Competitively, hell no. Hell no. Like, I get, because like you can people like to say make the argument like there's a lot of windows, there's a lot of like places to like clear, like you don't know where to look because there can be so many places, right? Like when you play competitively, because that's how you feel about MW19, that's how you feel about MW2, even like Cold War's new maps that they have. Like there's so many nooks and crannies and things you got to look at. But when you play the game and you scrim it and you practice it, you know the specific areas of where they're gonna be. You know they're not gonna be in the like you just know, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to clear 30 things. You know, you got to just clear the 2 or 3 things. You don't got to clear all the windows. You just know he's going to be in that window or that window, you know? So
Yeah,
I get that for pubs, the maps can be depending on like how the SPM is, it can be really overwhelming. And I think for comp in the beginning of it, it can be overwhelming and really annoying. But once you get the reps in and you start to learn the maps and you start to understand things, then it calms down a little bit. You don't got to worry about it being too crazy. It still is more hectic and definitely more chaotic than like the older games for sure on
sure,
the maps.
sure.
But that's just how it's going to be, and it is what it is. And I don't mind it because I know that with enough practice that it's manageable. But
Hmm.
you can
Hmm.
overkill it. You can definitely overkill it, and it's possible. I just hope that they don't somehow overkill it in this coming game
Sure,
because
sure.
that too, like the MW2 maps, they're apparently the same size as the MW3 maps, right? That are remastered MW3, but it doesn't feel like that. I feel like in MW2 2019, I could get to places faster in the map than I would in MW3. You know,
Mhm.
like the
Okay.
map's the same size, but like it's just you're moving quicker,
Yeah,
right? Like
yeah.
so like
Definitely, definitely.
right? So the timings of everything. So like when you're playing when you're younger and you're playing from those games on 2009 and you're comparing the maps to the engine of today, it's not even comparable. You can't
Yeah.
compare it. You can get from like one side of the map to the other side in MW2 2009 in like, 10, 20 seconds, but it's going to take a little bit longer in the other games. Because I feel like they've also added so many other things and made things a little bit bigger for sure. So
Yeah, and that movement, maybe, being able to like hop over any walls now and kind of just, parkour over
so much,
walls in a
yeah.
sense, especially on high rise, the things like that is definitely kind of changing the dynamic. But yeah, I think I'm definitely more of an old school. I'm an old head when it comes to some of these maps, man. I mean, like some of the best experiences I've had. I mean, even Black Ops 3, which was probably my all time
Yeah.
favorite COD, is. I mean, it just those classic, 3-lane experiences were just so fucking good.
Yeah.
And you are right though that on the competitive scene, once you start to play those maps more often, you're going to start to learn what the best angles are to push, or like where the best angles are to sit. So yeah, eventually it will become much easier to predict those interactions. So it's true. It's a good point.
Yeah. I mean, really, we just have to see when the game comes out and how the maps are. I don't know if we're going to play the same. Like everyone, I guess, is under the assumption that we would play the same competitive maps that were competitive in 2009, right? Because they were competitive back then. Why wouldn't they be now? But also, hardpoint wasn't a thing, so we got to make sure that hardpoint conforms to these maps.
True.
SD will always play fine in Call of Duty on any map. I feel like it's just how it is. And then Control, I hope, doesn't come back. I also don't want CTF, and I want something new. I don't know what it is, but I want something like I need a new third game mode because I think with this engine, that with this whole MW19 shift of how the games work now, like these things don't work. It just doesn't work on the game no more. Like you can't CTF, bro. It would be a high scoring game. Shots you would just be slide canceling, diving. Like just it'd be so easy to grab a flag and just run it without any. If you're not slowed down like a Halo or you don't have a gun or something, you're flying.
Yeah.
It would be. I feel like Blitz, Uplink, like all these games, I feel like would be high scoring now, and it wouldn't be that much of a skill gap. It would be more of like it would be more randomized for sure. So we need something new. We need different. I need them to cook up something different.
It's a fair point. I miss Uplink too, but I feel like Uplink is only going to be useful if you're having, if you have jetpacks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there's some games that that make it work. I mean, even when Halo did Uplink, they had jetpacks.
Yeah.
You might as well just
Well, like didn't
give
World War
them, like,
II have
Blood Ball at that point.
World War II had something, right? Like
they
but
tried it.
wasn't. They tried it, but it wasn't. Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like I can't remember if I even played a uplink on World War II when they were trying that
Yeah.
out. I don't remember.
It didn't last. They had it for, I want to say, I don't know if it was in the beta or they had it in like the first couple of weeks when it released, and everyone was kind of like, "Oh, is this gonna work? Is this gonna work?" And
Yeah.
then they just did Dom instead.
Mm.
Oh, sweet. Just domination.
Yeah, that should never come
So
back.
excited.
Yeah.
Fucking
I
love
feel like
this.
maybe Blitz on MW19 would have been crazy. I think that would have been kind of cool.
Yeah, with the
maps,
cracked movement.
with how big the maps were pretty big, so you'd have to traverse a little bit longer. I think on these new maps they're a little bit smaller, so probably not.
We'll
Like
have
a little
to
bit
see,
smaller with
man.
a lot more nooks and crannies, so it's like easier. I feel like if the map's bigger with a lot of nooks and crannies, it's easier. But if it's smaller with a lot of nooks and crannies, it's harder because like
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just sounds counterintuitive or weird, but that's just how I view it. Like once you play the game and you like get in the map, like yeah.
I'd like to see something like hard point on terminal. I feel like that could become a very lopsided map.
I don't know. I
For
want to see.
sure.
Look up like what the MW2 2009 competitive maps were, because
So will you be looking for a competitive team for Modern Warfare 3?
yeah, already. So I'll be playing with two because So for the first cup, I only have 700 pro points because I had that. I didn't get as much on for MW2 because I just ended up not taking it as seriously after that first event. I didn't play. I just focused on CCL. So the first cup is always important for for like seeding and points, right? But the first cup also carries over the points from the previous COD. So the seeding for the first cup is going to be like it's going to be basically like an MW2 cup, like the last cup of MW2, basically like the same seeding. So the best teams are still going to be the best teams. All their points transfer over, only for the first cup though. But like
Okay.
for me, then so I'm not going to be able to go, and I only have 700, so I can't go. People don't want to do that because it's so important. Like they're not going to want to team with someone unless it's like godlike for lesser points. So a lot of players that are like good players that have a lot more points, like it's going to be hard for me to team with until I place good the first cup and then start over with more points than they do. So my strategy is to grab the two best players I know, that because regardless whatever teammates I'm going to have, I have to make an upset somewhere in the bracket. So I grab the two best, and it doesn't matter if I grab two players that are good with a few points or two players that are really freaking good that have no points. So I grabbed two really good freaking players that I know play great on LAN, that I've literally played with, and that's my two old CCL teammates that are still play with COD. Just Plasmid and D-Day, and then we'll pick somebody else up after coming after the first cup. So we're going to kick off LAN November 19th. Me, D-Day, Plasmid, and D-Day's little brother. We're just going to go play that for fun. It's like 60 teams, 10K. We got second at that arena before we played there for a CCL LAN. I mean, us three core are really good on LAN, and we'll see how Drevin's little brother is. We'll bring him along, it'll be his first LAN, so
Okay.
just be like a good experience. We'll play that, and then after that LAN, we'll start looking for a fourth, and then practicing for the cups and stuff. Then after the first cup, we'll see what happens after then. First cup
nice.
goal is minimum 32, so I gotta grab a 32 placing first cup, and then if I will grab 32 and then or better, and then it'll be better from there. Then your stock will rise, and you get better teammates if you want, and things like that.
Yeah, you'll do it.
So yeah,
We already know it. It's a matter of time.
yeah.
I really want to try my best to attend more of those streams as well. You know, if they're happening, because like I said, I would always see clips of you shitting on people.
I don't
your
stream
league.
really. I really don't stream, but like
Well,
last year,
it wasn't from you though. It was from, I want to say it was from the league that you were in.
oh yeah, I don't know.
They
Yeah,
would,
like
post clips.
podcasting. Yeah, like CCL would do it, and I have some clips from Milan. Yeah, that's about it really for. Because for streaming and stuff, MW2 last year, like I was so passionate before starting the year. Like I really was going to go to every event and give it my all. Like I was locked in. But just that it was just the terrible, unfortunate timings of everything. So like this year is like I owe it to myself to go to every event and actually try, because like I've been playing this game competitively for so long, and not being able to I wouldn't say not being able to, but not taking it serious enough like as I should have, and I should have been doing this shit with like 110% since I was a youngin, because then I would have made it by now. So that's one of the regrets that I don't want to live with. So I'm gonna do my best this year, and then hang it up if I need to, or I made it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Love that shit, man.
Yeah, I just can't not try. I just can't not do it. So I'm gonna do it.
You know, the first time I ever saw you play was definitely Model for 2019, and I remember we were playing. I was supposed to just spectate initially, and then I don't know, it was you or someone. Yeah, exactly. The solo 50 tryouts. Someone, I don't know if it was you or someone, was like, "Oh, Juice, you should get in," and I'm like, "What? You want the old man to get in?" And they're like, "Yeah, you should get in." And so, like, as I'm playing, I just remember we were playing on Gunrunner, hardpoint on Gunrunner, and I just remember like moments where I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna win this fight." Like, I know where he's at. This guy jumps around a corner, just beams my shit. I'm like, "Damn, all right, that's cool." And again, and it just happened multiple times through the game. I'm like, "Yo, this Slomoh kid is freaking nuts, bro! Like, who brought him here?" So it was always a pleasure again, like being able to watch you play. And,
what we could have been was for SF, man. SF could have
been. Oh yeah. I mean, we definitely had some interesting experiences with egos during that time as well, man. It was a really eye-opening experience for sure. Like especially like you were saying earlier,
right off the beginning, like you're not having to go through that experience and learning it firsthand. Yeah, that shit's stressful.
I think
we really I feel like we could have really did it. We could have done it right properly, but we just fumbled the bag. That one.
Yeah, literally
fumbled
the bag.
Yeah,
literally, bro. It's-
Not much of a
yeah.
we.
Because we were doing good in ALGS.
Someone fumbled the bag for sure.
Just
Yeah,
saying, not so
Yeah.
much of a we effort as.
Yeah,
yeah. No, true, true.
Actually, I swear I saw something just recently, man, a few weeks ago, of him or something about SF. I swear to God, and I was like, "What's going on here?"
He's apparently been trying to rebuild it or some shit. I don't
Okay.
know. He he literally blocked me the day I left off of the fucking social page. I was like, whatever.
Ah,
Dude, you fucked us up. Like,
But
we'll see what happens on that one.
well, I don't know. I wanna get back into the esports scene with Crack Media eventually too. So
yeah.
maybe we'll have to talk logistics at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So, so you guys could definitely mix in that DJ scene with the esports scene. Like, I mean, it's already mixed, but y'all
oh
can do
yeah,
your own little twist with it for sure. I'd be excited to see that.
100%,
Y'all do
100%.
something like that.
I don't always give Justin shit for not DJing, but I would love to see this guy get back behind the decks too.
My biggest thing is like I'm just like listening to, and it's mostly my fault because I'm just on Spotify. Like I
Mhm.
haven't been on SoundCloud or fucking Beatport or anything. Is Beatport even around anymore?
Yeah, absolutely.
But
Yeah.
so I just been listening to fucking Spotify tracks, and it's like the amount of times I hit the skip button, bro. It's like my fucking quote
Yeah.
unquote like playlist is so small. I was like, I can't even make a set out of this. Like, why the fuck would I
Yeah.
go back DJing if I don't enjoy any of the fucking music
Yeah.
I would listen to?
That is a great point.
Yeah.
Because I definitely got to a point where I started hearing the same tracks that I already have. And like when I started radio and YouTube music, and I'm like, I heard this track, I've heard this track, I've heard these tracks. Give me something new. So yeah, you do have to like stretch like Bandcamp, Spotify, SoundCloud. That's really where you have to go. It's really where you have to go nowadays. You can't. You're not gonna get it from the big ones anymore.
Yeah, I need to start
Every now
dipping
and
in
then,
again.
yeah, every now and then you'll run into a gym. You're like, oh shit, this is on Spotify. Sweet, but
Sweet.
yeah, I totally understand your sentiment there. Nowadays, whenever I'm looking for new music, I just go straight to SoundCloud or Bandcamp.
Okay.
And I think Juno is a newer one that people have been talking about.
Juno.
But yeah, no, it
Right.
hits me in the soul.
Oh, man, my tables are just waiting to be dusted off.
Yeah, there we go.
They're just waiting, dog.
We're all about it. All about
Nah,
it.
dude, like, do you do your you should do your sets on Twitch, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you should do them on Twitch, bro, and you should also at the same time do them on TikTok. You would blow up
Live stream on TikTok.
at the same time. At the same time.
You can legally multi-stream off of Twitch
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
As an affiliate.
And like you probably see immense. You would see good growth. TikTok is like because people, yeah, I feel like a lot of people just been getting a lot of stock and clout from also streaming on TikTok.
Okay.
Definitely try that.
Okay.
And I mean,
Alright,
it doesn't hurt to not to do it.
Yeah,
So
exactly. There's
you
nothing.
you're just reaching out to more audience. So I mean, you do run it on Twitch, run it on Kick, run it on TikTok, run it on Facebook Live, everything. Like if you want.
Yeah, facts. You're not wrong. The
Yeah.
multi-stream needs to happen.
Yeah, 100%. Like that's the goal at the end of the day, right? Like you want people to come in and tune in and be like, all right, he's running the set. I got to come in and watch it. I got to hear it. Like, yeah. And it can happen like that.
Yeah, that's facts.
That's your drive right there. I gave it to you. Next week, got it.
Yeah, I mean, it is cool that one of the upsides of COVID, if you will, was the fact that DJing on stream wasn't really a thing at all. Like no one was even thinking about doing that. I mean, some people did, but
even just live streaming, like you're like people just like walking down the street, like just live streaming their life, right? Like that's so huge now. Like people love that shit.
Yeah, it's definitely a thing now.
It's like I'm spending my life watching you live your life. Like hundreds of people, thousands of people doing that. It's crazy.
Hashtag streaming in a nutshell.
Exactly. This is where we are nowadays, man. And you have to be able to adjust to the things that are happening, or else you're gonna get lost in the sauce. So
Yeah.
figure it out, my boy.
Anyway,
So what's next? You said that waiting for MW3 to start here, and
Mhm.
then try to get into the first tournament. And then you said you need to place top 32 in order to get yourself like on a good trajectory for the rest of the year, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you
Like top 32 without having to have to how do I say this? Have to pitch myself. Like to have to like show motherfuckers that I am gross like that. I just happen to like just have bad luck or something.
got
But
you,
if you have that placing, then like you're like okay, then you can just automatically get in that little niche of the 32. So then you just keep going up and up.
makes sense.
Because a lot of the players that plays 32 all the time. 24s always plays 24. Like they're always stuck in that same thing. But then it's always that one player that gets through the cycle, goes up and up and up, and then he gets into the league. But
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
all
yeah.
but the other like 70%, 80%, they're still stuck placing that. They're still placing super well, right? But they're still placing the same. Like they're not getting that T1 yet. They're still getting T5, T6, T7, T8. And then
Yeah.
but then the league will see someone that goes from like T128 to a T8 at a major, like T128 first cup, and then they get like a T8 at a major, and then they like in like the same year, and they get like a T4. Like then that person can pick because to have like type of a like that journey to like improve that fast and to like not only get dead last, then they get T8 on land with other great players against great players, and then get an even better placing after that. Your first year, like
You're going places, kid.
yeah. So it's things like that. Yeah, that's why you see a lot of like youngins now. Like there's these new youngins coming into the league because that's what they're doing.
Yeah, I
And
was
we're not
wondering
and
about that. I'm like,
the
we're
league's not
like,
picking up people that have been gross, right? That have been always like God RX and them like that. They've been placing always T4 or T5, but they got the little kids that come in and they just like zoom, place what
super
they've been
cracked.
they come and place what they're placing for years in their first 1 or 2 years of competing, and they're like, why don't I just take him because he's 18, 19, he's moldable. Why do I got to take
Yeah.
if I take a that's a hard thing too. It's like I'm 23, so like for me, I'm gonna have to be gross. I mean, of course, I'm mobile, I'm coachable, I'm everything that I think I need to be for as a player for a league. But at the end of the day, like if you're 18 and you're 23, like and the 18-year-old is just as gross as the 23, and as long as the 20, unless the 23 has other intangibles, which like I'm sure I do have other intangibles as like team leading and a lot of other things in game and out of game, as opposed to an 18-year-old I can bring to a league and
Mm-hmm.
team. But like for them,
Mm-hmm.
it's depending on what they want. They want a flashy player, or they want someone like it's just all like subjective. Because I also really don't know how much control these like GMs or coaches. Like I don't know who's in control of like the rosters. Like do the players like I feel like I hear stories of players not even having really control of who they want to pick up as their teammates, or like and then other times they have all the control and then like GMs don't have control and they have like it's all over the place in the league. I don't know if there's even a set structure.
I honestly think that's probably where it's at.
Hmm.
well,
I wouldn't
the
be
way it
surprised.
should go is it's either the manager or the coach should be selecting the players for sure. I mean,
Yeah, I would say so, but I also say like I'm sure that's like the process and they like run it through with the teammates and the teammates are like, yeah, I'm down to run it with them,
yeah,
or
Yeah.
uh or like the teammates too, because I know like for Glacier, like he's a person like vouches for players. And, like he brought Hydra over from
Okay.
France here, right? Like he was the reason why
Yeah.
Hydra's in the league, and Hydra's like probably the best player in the league. We're like probably top 3, top 2 at times. So
Yeah.
I think
What team
Zuma,
does he play on?
NYSL,
Hydra?
they literally just won
Okay.
champs.
Oh, they did, huh?
Yeah,
NYSL?
yeah,
Subliners?
yeah, they 5-0'd Ultra.
Damn.
I don't know
Okay.
I don't know what was crazy because Ultra just woke up thumbless that Sunday. It was
Yeah,
absurd.
yeah.
Ultra was supposed to wax NYSL. I mean, wax them. NYSL just it was up to 5-0 in champs. Champs, you lose 5
Yeah.
straight. Oh my god.
That's yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Not
That's
the
a
Couldn't get it
problem.
going. Yeah.
We're talking mad shit if that's happening.
Yeah, no, it was crazy too. It's because I'm pretty sure Ultra like talked mad shit to one of the players on NYSL, and then he was like, "All right," and then the next day he was just chirping him, 5-0 and won the ring. Right?
Jeez. Well, hopefully, I'm hoping that I get some sort of interest so I can actually pay a little more attention this year.
Yeah.
That would be nice on my part.
Yeah.
Call of Duty still, it's Call of Duty. You
Call of
know,
Duty.
it's the kind of game that you can't hate it. You
Mhm.
can't hate it, but we'll see. We'll see how things turn out, and of course, whatever updates happen with you in your career, man, definitely want to make sure that I'm
Yep. Yep.
keeping a close eye on that as well, because I definitely want to see you thrive, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it my all this year, and I'm not gonna say I'm trying. I'm just gonna say I'm doing
Yeah.
because
That's it.
that's what I'm doing.
That's all you can do.
Yep.
Feel free to throw down those socials for anybody who wants to follow the journey.
All right.
Cool.
If you guys, I'm really just active on Twitter. I mean, for a lot of my Call of Duty journey. But I also just post my normal stuff too here and there. Gym life too. I like to work out. I've been lifting a lot recently, but I got to get back into it. So probably start here soon. But my Twitter is just Slomoh at Slomoh SLOMOHHH 3 H's. So if you guys want to give me a follow on that, I appreciate it. And then my Twitch is also the same. So twitch.tv/SLOMOHHH. I'm gonna probably start streaming here scrims and everything for MW3. So if you guys are interested, hop in. Gonna try to just grow everything, grow a fan base, just raise my stock, honestly, and get my
I'm gonna
ass in the
try out.
league.
Let me try out.
I
I'll be
mean,
next.
Yeah, get my ass whooped too, bro. Getting mangled. Oh, shit.
no, you would
That's what's up.
slam. No, you would definitely slam some kids. You still got it for sure.
Man,
A lot
I
of
don't know.
no man,
If
because a lot
I
of
put in the hours, I could probably do like put a dent. You know, little something.
you could probably play. You play good. They're like
Probably.
a lot of the new kids that are playing now. Like a lot of the, I guess I could say, I wouldn't say, I would just say new in general, but a lot of them are also like under 18 too. But they're usually kids that this is like their first COD, or Vanguard was their first COD, or MW was their first COD. And then like
Jeez,
they're running into people that have been playing COD for years, right? And these guys have
Mm.
just now played these games. So for them, they're
that's
cracked.
crazy.
They're cracked. They're young. They can shoot straight, but they ain't smart. They will still get outplayed
Yeah,
easily,
100%,
easily.
100%,
Like
100%.
so, that's that. That's the one thing. Like you don't need to be flashy to be good. You got to be decently flashy. Like you got to be able to have a good individual skill and mechanics and stuff. But you don't need to be like Shotzi. Because if you can move like Shotzi and doing all this stuff, but you don't know where to go, like you're just running into my
You're just
iron.
moving. Yeah,
Mhm.
100%, 100%. That's a good point. That's a good
Yeah.
point. People will fall for that.
Yeah.
Juice Wayne next CDL Pro.
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I'm up next, dog.
We could be we'll be a duo.
I'm up next.
We'll
I'm
pitch
on my
ourselves as a
way.
duo.
I mean, I might go harness some Warzone.
Yeah, I was
You
thinking
know,
about that too. Like because
I mean,
Warzone's easy.
they got like
Warzone's
rank
easy.
now, right? In
Yeah.
Warzone.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. They
Warzone
do.
is real easy. So like I
Yeah.
think I hopped on like a MW2 Warzone game. I think just played one. I dropped like 32 kills. Which like it has still got no dope from it.
God.
It's really easy though. So
Miss, I still got no dope from it.
man,
I'm getting injected. If I get
so
10 kills, I'm posting on Twitter,
yeah,
screenshot, scoreboard, seeing showing everything.
I'm really excited for MW3. I really did have a good time playing the beta. Like I also like played beta 12, so I had like a little. Given that those what 4 maps weren't really competitive because Favela brother. Favela is insane. Oh my god, I hate that map. For competitive too. Like SD were playing that, it was terrible. But like
Yeah,
Skid Row, High Rise, I liked it. Estate's just like
yeah,
I gotta play like this if I'm playing Estate. Like I gotta be zoomed in. I gotta have my brightness up and everything. Like
yeah,
I can't see shit.
yeah. It's true, man. It's true. I think we're gonna see how we truly feel about these nostalgic maps when this new game comes out.
There's
A
like
lot
a
of people are saying that they wanted MW2 remastered. I didn't. I said I wanted Black Ops 2 remastered.
that'd be nice.
That's what I wanted. I got MW2 remastered is cool, but think everyone knows that
I
Black
don't
Ops 2
know
had the
where
greatest
this. I
maps.
don't know where all this love for MW2 ever came from. Ever. I
The
played it.
game was a rage fest.
It was. I played it, and all I remember is literally getting knifed 40 feet away, or
Yep.
getting literally. I have MW3 2011 or whatever is the best MW out of like those ones. Oh, I
True.
like, dude. That I was
True.
like Green Goblin HD. I would just pub stomp so hard. I'll just be watching
Yeah.
people like that. Like MW3 was probably the best pub stomping COD. I feel like, and then I think competitive wise, AW hands down. Just AW was just chef's kiss. The skill gap, the movement.
You
You could
said
just do.
AW?
I think AW is my favorite COD.
Wow.
Oh,
I love AW.
oh Lord.
You don't like it for real? The
AW?
gunplay of actually MW3 coming out this year kind of reminded me of AW. I mean, you like BO3, but
Wow. Yeah, I thought BO3
BO3 is
was
like
like
BO3 is good,
I thought
but
it
like
was like leap years
AW.
ahead of AW.
I mean, I guess you could say that because like it felt fluid, but the reason it felt fluid was because like you didn't have that's a jetpack. AW is exoskeleton, so you could
It was
dash left,
EXO.
you
Yeah.
could dash left and right and things like that. Like that was hard.
Yeah.
That was hard.
Yeah, no, the movement AW it was fleeky, and I think that if you put AW on today's hardware, the game would be a lot smoother, and it would
Oh,
feel
it
really
feels
good.
played it on
Feel
PC and it
really good.
feels good. Aim assist also.
Yeah,
It wasn't like you had to have skill to shoot back then.
you did, you
Like
did. I say that all the time. That's like the one
before it
thing about those
became
games.
until the BAL meta. Well, they like patched it or something, and the BAL became it was like 8 BALs on the map towards like the end of AW's life
Yeah,
cycle.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
so that's like when if you go back and play it, like the ASM one is cheat. There's ass, so it's not even like you have to run a BAL if you go back and play it now. But yeah, I loved AW. I loved BO3 too, but I would say like it goes like AW competitive wise. I would say go like for me it goes like AW BO2, BO4, and BO3, and then I would say like Cold War are the most recent. Like I'm not gonna like I can't even count anything before BO2, like
Yeah.
MW3 or MW2 or COD 4 and stuff like that. It's not even possible.
Fucking
It's like
realizing
BO2
how
is
many Call of Duties we've had.
yeah, it's insane.
Holy shit.
So many, bro.
Mhm.
So fucking many. It's ridiculous. That's what I'm saying again. I feel like we should they should just stick to giving us one game, just one game, and just make changes to that one game every year.
And give us all the maps. All the maps are
Yeah.
all of history.
Yeah.
And then we're just run a rotation of competitive maps through seasons. And then that one game, we just each season there's something different to the game. There's a different movement patch or something like that, but it's still the same game.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
like Apex and stuff like that. They just make changes to the games on a new Apex every year. I feel like if they do that, then we can the developers can relax, the studios can relax and having to create new things every single year because that's not even like as soon as they're done finishing their one game, they just start on the next game like
Yeah,
like
pretty
Yeah.
that.
much.
And I get a lot of it's like assets you can just bring over and stuff, but like still, why can't you just focus on just innovating your one product to being the best product instead of like always making something new? I get it's a cash grab, but
Yeah, that's it.
All
I need
about the
money.
but about that though, right? Like some money, like it's about a cash grab, but you don't see like other games doing that, and they're well off too, right? Like CS:GO and things like that. But
Yeah.
is it just because they're much more popular, or like what do you guys think?
Well,
That's the one thing I just don't understand.
I mean, if you're comparing it to something like CS:GO, CS:GO is just by itself, it probably wouldn't have sustained as long as it has if
Okay.
Valve didn't come out with Steam.
Okay.
I'm gonna fully put that out there.
But do you think COD would grow if we just were on one game?
Honestly,
I think
yes.
competitively it would see a rise. Like everyone just not really into it. We are seeing a rise in like rank playing competitiveness, but I feel like you would see a much bigger rise into that, and I think the pub stomping thing would die out a little bit, right? So then everybody would just be like really competitive because that's what it would do.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. And the question is, do we want that?
I'm down with that because then I'm gonna buy a new game every day, and then if you want to buy, and then they can just they're already charging me $20 for a skin and $30 for a camo and stuff like that.
Yeah,
There's your reason to do that. Like you can do
it's
that as
true.
long as you don't make me have to pay 70 every year. So, and they like that's a lot of money. Y'all had
Yeah,
hella
man.
money, and you guys got so much money. You made MW2. Like, how is that possible? Like, how do you create that? So,
No, fair enough. Fair enough.
yeah,
That's a whole conversation in itself.
yeah.
Anyway,
I,
pretty perfect
yeah,
on time. Holy shit. 405.
yeah, we
Mhm.
did. We
Juice,
did. I'll put my shit
got your
in.
leakage.
Ooh,
Yeah, it was fun.
I
Slomoh,
like
thank
it.
you for sharing everything. Um,
Appreciate it, boss.
hope
yeah,
to see good things in the near future.
Thank you, thank you.
Can't wait. Same old story for those who haven't already. Join the Discord. Subscribe to the YouTubes. This will be on there later this week.
yep,
And throw some good vibes over to Kyle if you have a second. Anything
yeah.
else?
Kyle's the man. Kyle, you're the man. That's it. That's it for
Yeah.
me.
Anyway, episode 13. I got a shit.
Whoa.
And that's where we're leaving it. I'll catch you guys next episode. Do I have somebody? I think I have somebody for next episode, and then the following episode we're probably gonna bring back Charlotte to question her on or get her, I guess, feedback for her, the feedback
Oh,
that
like
she
the
got
the
for
survey.
her feedback.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Y'all,
Loops of feedback.
I'm fucking tired, dude. I'm
You're good, man.
dead.
You're good. You get some rest.
I'll catch you guys later. Slomoh, thank you for joining us.
Appreciate you guys having me.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
And
absolutely.
episode 13 in the bag.
Fair.
Deuces.
That's it. Peace.